People who own condos, you're not gonna like this video, guys. I'm being honest. You're not gonna like this video because it has a lot of hard truths in it. And one of the hard truths, the biggest hard truth that news just came out, that 80%, guys, listen to this, 80% of condos that are in Florida are functionally obsolete. Let me say that again. 80% of condos in Florida are functionally obsolete. What does that mean? What does functionally obsolete mean? Meaning that the repairs need to be done to the property so extensively that you might as well not even be living there.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh yeah!
You can't sell the property and you certainly shouldn't be living in it. So what do you do with a property that out of the blue, because that's what it is, out of the blue is obsolete, functionally obsolete.
Garbage.
I know how it's gonna go. A lot of property owners are gonna say, that's not, listen, words have meanings. And this is what your governor is saying for properties in Florida. My name is Orlando. Welcome to the channel, guys. As always, hit that like and subscribe button. It really does help out the channel. Make sure you also check out my newsletter that will give you tremendous value. It's free. You cannot beat free. And then on top of that, I've been a lender for almost 20 years. If you need any type of assistance with any commercial properties or investment properties, I am your man to help you with that type of financing. Guys, listen, let's jump straight into it. I just did a video where I was talking about condos and HOAs and stuff, and that really knocks home that point. But this is a bigger issue. When you buy a property, guys, that is functionally obsolete, then we have an issue that just automatically, you scratch your head, you're like, what? Obsolete? Let's just go straight to it. Let's talk about the what you came here for, which is the obsolete portion. Now, we're going to be talking about an individual. His name is Hernandez. He's an attorney, was dealing with the collapse and the laws that came out for Florida as far as all the condo repairs. You remember the Chamberlain Towers that collapsed, and Florida came up with a law that said all the buildings have to be fixed. There are 1.5 million condo units in Florida. According to data from the Division of Condominiums in Florida, guys, around 925,000 of those are 30 years or older, which around half are in South Florida. So you guys see that 925,000 of that 1.5 are older than 30 years.
Houston, we have a problem.
So that's about 60%. 60% of all condos in Florida are 30 years or older. That is a big number.
They're ginormous.
I know what you're thinking, Orlando, what does that have to do with anything? Well, the new law says that every 30 years, you have to have an inspection on a property. Now, at the very beginning, when they built the property, they got their inspection. But now all of these properties are due for an inspection, due for repairs, due for all these extra costs that quote unquote wasn't required until this year. So now the law says that every 30 years you have to get an inspection, and then every 10 years after that. So if you have 60% of all condos needing to get some type of repair, let it be roofs, let it be installation, let it be, I don't know, foundational stuff. All of these properties need some type of repair based on the law. But here's the real kicker. It says of those, Hernandez estimates around 80% that are in buildings that he describes as functionally obsolete. Did you guys understand what that? Functionally obsolete.
If it's bad news, Lou, I'd rather not hear it.
In other words, its owners have not built up significant reserves to pay for the repairs now required by law. That works out to about 360,000 units in South Florida alone. Not entire Florida, South Florida. Now let's go ahead and take a look at the title. It says Florida hit by the worst real estate crisis in decades as desperate condo owners slash prices by up to 40%. It's paradise lost. Does that make sense, guys? Again, I have told you guys this when it comes to condos. What is the very first thing that goes? I said it over and over again. I'll say it again right now. Condos. They are the very first. They're the first to go up. They're the first to go down. That's just the way it goes. And I've been trying to spread this message over and over and over again. Today's video is sponsored by Aura. Guys, listen, we know that in today's world, on the internet, we have data brokers that are out here trying to sell all of your information on the internet, and they will sell your information to spammers and scammers and all other types of people that you do not want to have your information. And we saw this happen in the latest data breach by AT&T, where 73 million customers had their data stolen. That's why I've been using Aura, the sponsor of today's video. Aura shows me which data brokers are selling my information and automatically submits opt-out requests for me. Cleaning up my information not only helps me reduce the amount of spam I get, but it protects me from hackers who could use my information to help them access my social media accounts, bank accounts, and other sensitive information. You may already have one or two of these tools already, but not having Aura is like locking the front door and leaving the back door wide open. Aura is always on, doing the hard work to keep me safe so I can focus on other tasks with a peace of mind. I value my privacy and I value yours, guys. You can go to aura.com/Orlando and get your 2-week free trial, guys. You can't beat it. Also, the link is in the description below. Now back to the video. But here, if you don't believe me, you think Orlando is talking nonsense, I don't care, I'm gonna get a condo no matter what. Let me show you what you're gonna get. Some units have almost $500,000 wiped off their asking price as safety fears triggered a wave of sell-offs, what realtors have described as the worst real estate crisis in decades. Now, what are they saying? Okay, so imagine this. Imagine you own a condo that you know is gonna get hit with a $400,000, $100,000, $200,000 special assessment that you're gonna have to pay for. What are you gonna do? If you understand that the things that need to be fixed on this property, let it be roof, let it be foundation, whatever it may be, if you believe what this attorney believes, who is telling his clients that these properties are functionally obsolete, meaning these properties may not even be safe to live in, that these properties may not even be up to code now, that you are now stuck with a dud of a piece of real estate that is probably going to go lower and lower and lower as time goes. What are you going to do about that? Are you going to take the hit like some of these people? 40% cut, 50% cut. Are you going to take that hit, or are you going to go ahead and pay what it is, let it be $100,000 or $200,000 in fees that the HOA is going to ask for you? And the possibility is, as a high possibility, that they're going to continue to ask for it. In another 10 years, could you get another $50,000 bill? You could. You could. And who's going to say anything about it? Who's going to tell you? Who are you going to run to and say, they can't charge me that? The HOA has all control.
You have no power here.
The HOA can tell you, we need $80,000. We need $100,000. We need $200,000 in the next 10 years. What are you going to say? Are you going to argue with them? Can you win that? No, you can't. HOA has all the power. And it's backed up by a law that says that they have to do it.
This is America. Don't got you slipping on.
So now sellers are put in a predicament. You know what? This is no longer an investment for me. I possibly could see myself in the next 10 years paying an additional $100,000 to $200,000 in fixes, and then them coming back and asking for an additional $50,000, $20,000, $100,000. Now all of a sudden, this ain't paradise. We got to show the proof. You guys want to see the receipts, right? It says here, this 2-bedroom condo in St. Petersburg, Florida, has been reduced from $1.2 million to $715,000 amid a mass market sell-off sparked by safety fears of rising owner fees. No. You don't believe me then? Let's continue. There were 20,293 condo listings in Palm Beach in the second quarter of this year, including this one in Surfside, which appeared on Zillow for $699,000 in 2022, is now available for $545,000, a reduction of 22%. Why is that? Why is it that every seller and their mom is trying to get rid of their condos right now? It's because they don't want to be left with the hot potato.
That's it. I can't take it no more.
They don't want to be left with a asset that will continue to lose them money, so they're passing it to you. And then it will be your issue. Now, will you have to pay that $50,000, $100,000? Yes, you will.
You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this.
Don't get it mixed up. just because it transferred to you does not mean you won't have to pay that bill. And that's what they don't want. Sellers don't want any part of this. Let's go ahead and give it to the next person.
I'd like to double it and give it to the next person, please. Okay.
And I need you guys to know, especially you guys who hit me up all the time asking about condos and more condos. And you want to buy a condo. You want to buy one that's on the beach. You want to buy one that's, in San Diego. You want to buy one that's overlooking the city. What comes with all of that? You better make sure. Doesn't come with a special assessment, that all of your property taxes aren't getting raised, and your property insurance isn't going up by 3 to 4 times. You better buy really good in this condo market because it's a risky market.
Until their client either buys or dies!
There's a risk that all of the things associated with owning a condo or a home will spike up. Then we also have the fear of property values going down. But here's the thing. Aren't property values going to go down if the property isn't even livable? If you have a stamp, if you have a big stamp over your property that says functionally obsolete, will that bring the price down? If you have on your single family home, people went to it and said,
oh, it has no plumbing. Oh, guess what? The foundation is cracked.
Tell me if you see all of those things on the listing, the price isn't gonna go down, down, and down. Let's not even bring in inventory. But let's look at this next one. This 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo in Tampa has seen its price slash from $515,000 to $449,000. That's a 12% cut. Now, tell me, maybe I'm delusional, guys. Maybe I'm delusional, but there has to be a reason why people are dropping the prices. There has to be a big reason why the inventory is higher than most would have even imagined a year or two ago. Why is that? And do you think this is the top? 12% is a cut. This is just a normal cut, 12%. Tell me in the comment section if you think it's gonna drop more. I do. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but the way that the information in the story is going, I kind of see this getting worse and worse and worse. And what are sellers in Florida? What are they saying? What are these condo owners saying? They're only hoping for one big thing. They're hoping that their governor will step in and save them. They're hoping that DeSantis will come in and say, you know what? We see the problem. We're gonna go ahead and fix the issue for you. I'm here to tell you, if you're waiting on a politician, to save you, you're going to be waiting a long time. He is not going to save you. They're going to still require you to bring the money. And if you don't bring the money, you will lose your property. The HOA will take over your property. It may take a while. It may take a bunch of headache on the HOA's part, but they're going to do it.
Rob the poor to feed the rich. Am I right?
If you don't pay it. That's what I'm hearing. That's what people are sending me emails saying. That's what I'm getting. People are saying,
Orlando, this mafia, this HOA, these guys are telling me they're gonna put a lien on my property if I don't pay it, and then if I don't pay the lien, they're gonna take my property. Orlando, I own this free and clear.
So then the next question is, well, what are you gonna do to take care of this? Refinance this, put yourself in more debt? What are you gonna do? As I have covered, people are going into debt. People are getting loans, personal loans, using credit cards, doing all types of things. The point of this video was, I really wanted to show you guys, I really did want to show you guys that 80% of condos in Florida, 80%, based on the law, based on what the law is saying in Florida, are functionally obsolete.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have problems.
If someone came to me and said, Orlando, the property that you are buying right now is functionally obsolete, I'm ripping up the contract. What can we do to get out of this contract today? That's what I'm doing. What? Functionally obsolete? Oh no. Oh no. I don't want any of the dollar amounts that come with that problem. Zero. So I'm backing out of this. Oh, Orlando, you're going to lose your $1,000 deposit. Take it. Take it. Bye. You can take the measly $1,000. I don't want that $100,000, $200,000 fee that you're going to add on there that you're not telling me about. And that's what a lot of these guys are doing. And that is the point of videos like this, is so that you guys understand exactly what's going on in this housing market. And so I just had to do this video on this. I know, but it's super important because a big number like 80%, a lot of you guys would have bought condos and not understood this terminology, understand exactly what's going on, and you would have been in a scenario where you would have wasted all of your money, or you would have to come up with more money. So as always, guys, I hope you got value out of this content, but we all know you won't get all your information from this one video. I need you to watch this video right here. Yes, this one right here. It will give you information on the housing market, financial news, get into your first rental property, and trust me, the information you will get from that video, it will be gold. See you in the next one. Thanks.